Hi, it's me Tina Amir and welcome to my channel. So for today we're gonna learn about suffix E. So kata imbuhan akhiran E. But before I begin for this video, I'm just gonna use informal pronunciation. For those of you who still not clear yet, what is informal pronunciation? Please watch my number 53 video, which is about confusing pronunciation. So our topic for today is kata imbuhan akhiran E or suffix E. So the function is to form the transitive verb or kata kerja transitif. So kata kerja transitif, I have a video related to this. Please check it out. Go to my playlist. So this suffix E, I know I have to explain here so you don't confuse later. So it's normally in conversation. For example, you read a book and there's a narration or maybe dialogue, then this is also the kind of suffix we use. But normally for daily conversation, like everyday conversation, in this time, people don't really use it much. But some people do. Some people do it in the formal way also, not really complete formal way, but they use it for formal way style. But however, how things change, how language change through times, if you check out my playlist on movies, there's a playlist movies I compiled there. And if you click on the black and white movie, very old movie, so they speak more formal than what we have now. They don't have weird slang like we have nowadays. So things change, I think, well, maybe not super drastically, but there are changes. They basically speak like in this kata imbuhan E, okay, suffix E that we're going to learn later. But for today's time, for normal conversation, you will less heard if you in the informal setting. But if you are informal setting, then people will use it in this form, okay? It's not that super correct formal one, but it's still considered as formal. First one we can use it for making or causing something. So menjadikan, making, causing, menyebabkan something, sesuatu. For example, akhiri, sakiti and baiki. So certain word people do use and I will let you know, okay? So this is like dialogue. If you read a book, you still can find this kind of dialogue. So that's why I put quotation there. So kita perlu akhiri hubungan ini kerana ibu saya tidak suka awak. So you look at the word akhiri. The root word is akhir, means final, plus suffix E, then it become akhiri. So akhiri here bring to an end. So kita perlu akhiri hubungan ini kerana ibu saya tidak suka awak. This is something you will read in the book. What I say by formal Malay. So formal Malay, akhiri is actually mengakhiri. Okay, mengakhiri. But they shorten it to akhiri. Okay, and they use in formal Malay. But for everyday conversation, how I'm gonna say this, how people nowadays will say this, kita perlu putus. Okay? We just say like that. We don't really use akhiri. It sounds so formal. Even when you read Malay book, it will have this kind of dialogue. But again, it's something clash here. So in English, it means we need to end this relationship because my mom doesn't like you. Now we move on to the next word, sakiti. So it's from the word sakit, pain or hurt. You add the suffix E and it becomes sakiti. So sakiti is cause pain or hurt someone or something. This also in quotation. Awak bukan sahaja sakiti hati saya, tetapi awak juga telah malukan saya. Awak bukan sahaja sakiti hati saya, tetapi awak juga telah malukan saya. For proper formal Malay will have this word menyakiti instead of just sakiti. But that's how they simplify it. And malukan, we actually have this word memalukan. That's actually the proper one. But for conversation, still in the formal context, this is how it looks like. So it means you're not only hurting my heart, but you will also embarrass me. Okay, next word baik is good. And then you add suffix e, become baiki. So baiki is fixed. So anyway, this baiki, we use it in everyday conversation, even nowadays. In normal people, informal, regular conversation, we use the word baiki for fixed things. So I give example here. Baiki tulisan bukan perkara mudah. Baiki tulisan bukan perkara mudah. So in English it means fixing the handwriting is not an easy thing. Second example, another function of this suffix e, menerangkan unsur tempat or menerangkan unsur sesuatu. So in English it means to explain the element of places or to explain the element of something. So for example here, Dekati, Masuki and Naiki. Dekati, Masuki and Naiki. So dekat means close and plus suffix e, it become dekati which means approach. I give example here. Jangan dekati orang yang kurang siuman itu. Jangan dekati orang yang kurang siuman itu. A formal Malay word, proper one, mendekati. But this is the shorten it. Okay, so jangan dekati orang yang kurang siuman itu. In English it means don't approach that crazy person. Next, masuk. So masuk. Masuk is enter. So you add the suffix e, it become masuki. So masuki means entering something or somewhere. I give example here. Jangan kamu berani masuki rumah berhantu itu. Jangan kamu berani masuki rumah berhantu itu. Proper formal Malay word is memasuki. But for speaking, daily conversation nowadays what we use is just masuk. Jangan kamu berani masuk rumah berhantu tu. That's all. Okay? But this is how it is. So, jangan kamu berani masuki rumah berhantu itu. In English it means don't you dare entering that haunted house. Okay, now we move on to the last example. Naik. So naik is go up or rise, okay? And you add the suffix e, then it become Naiki. So Naiki means climb up or climb up in terms of you climb up the mountain or the hill or you go somewhere with transport or you enter the house through stairs. For example, Old Malay Village House, they have stairs, right? So you have to climb up the stairs, then only you can get into the house. So that is naiki also. I give example here, perlu berhati-hati naiki kenderaan. Perlu berhati-hati naiki kenderaan. However, for today's conversation, we just say, kena hati-hati naik transport. That's how we say it, right? So in English, it means need to be careful to ride on transport. Well, I guess that's our lesson for now. Thank you very much for watching me. And if you like my video, you may support me on Patreon. And for those of you who's watching me right now, thank you very much. And till we meet again then. Bye.